Hey, everybody. Thank you. Welcome back to Mid-Atlantic Major 2024. I'm here with Anika Brecker. How did I do with that name?
That's perfect.
Nailed it. Yes. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Anika Brecker. I'm from Rhode Island, but I play for the St. Louis Archangels. Quick shout out to our sponsors, GG Sports Park and Vulcan Paint. Really grateful for being able to play paintball with you guys.
Yeah. We're grateful to have you here in the booth. And we got a couple great games lined up. We got Dallas 5 versus Cheetah and High Rollers versus Heroines. We're going right to the top of the bracket.
Yeah, we are.
Ooh, tension. There you go. Vibe with a relatively basic breakout. Didn't take any huge risks. That's not abnormal for your first point.
Doesn't look like anyone got shot off break.
Nope, 5-5. Neither team into the snake. Oh, first player dropping. That's certainly an advantage over here.
Yep. Oh, two now.
5 down 2.
Looks like the entire snake side on Dallas. All right, we got to fill to that tower over there.
Cheetahs should go ahead and try to get into that snake. There's really if they can get in the snake, there's nothing stopping her. She can go all the way down to the other end. No, she's starting to look. She's trying to see if she can do it. Get your gun, use your own gun, get dominance, and make your bump. Got to get off that left knee, though. You're not going to make that bump.
No. Bump up the middle to the big brick. Also into the first Dorito, second Dorito on Cheetahs, and into the snake.
Dallas 5-3 alive. They've hunkered down. They have the mini temple near the home. They've got the center tower.
I think they're
inside Dorito.
Inside Dorito, yeah.
No one is real for the vibe. Nobody's really looking down this snake right now. Again, the Cheetah player can just go, go, go. They do lose their back player in that mini temple, so it's 4-3. Vibe is in no position to contest the snake at the moment.
Nope, and it looks like that snake player figured that out.
I don't hear a lot of vibe communication out there. They've gone kind of quiet.
Agreed.
And on cue, the Cheetah players start screaming at each other, so.
Dallas into the snake.
Wow, Dallas Vibe down bodies and down position. Yeah, they're the ones that are going to push the snake more. So Cheetahs are using the snake to look cross to try to slow down a Dorito move. Oh, I see Vibe is all the way up at the D50 over there. She's looking across. So the snake.
They found each other.
Now this Cheetah snake player is under a lot of pressure. She's getting it from both directions. There we go. So here's a chance for that Cheetah player. If she just drops and crawls, she's below the horizon. It doesn't matter that that Vibe player is looking at her. She can just drop and go. Vibe is down. They're willing to keep pushing, though. Even down bodies, they don't seem to care. Ooh, that was a risky bump.
Looks like Cheetah player playing a pin.
Cheetah's about to get blown up.
Yep. Ooh. But here comes the Cheetah snake player.
Oh, it's a trade. The Vibe player, that should have been an easy kill. Cheetah player down the outside of the snake.
Looks like that's all of Vibe.
I think you might be right.
Yep, snake player is going to figure that out.
Yeah. They're so tense. It's so tense. There's nothing on the field. It shouldn't be tense. We should be totally fine right now. So, yeah, they just need to figure out that it's a clean field and go finish it out.
Yeah.
What was surprising to me? Well, you tell me. What was surprising to you on that one?
Definitely that even though the Cheetahs shot to maybe off break or pretty much immediately at the start of the game, it was really Dallas that was pushing. They got into the snake too. They got into the big break and up the Doritos, I think, was the biggest move. But it looked like the Cheetahs were able to contain just with their, since they were up bodies.
Yeah, I mean, the handbook would say that was a situation where you pull back and play defense. Vibe was not interested in doing that. And I like aggression, and I don't just mean that as a webcaster. Obviously, it's entertaining. But as a player, I'm going to keep trying to attack. But I understand that that was an unusual attack situation.
Yeah, I mean, fight aggression with aggression, I guess.
Yeah. So it looks like the Cheetah's going to milk the clock. Nobody in Vibe is picking up on it. Right now, you've probably got a Vibe coach with a clipboard surrounded by a bunch of players. And his back is to the buzzer. He's not picking up on this at all.
Yep.
I actually can see into the pit. That's that's exactly what's going on. All the Vibe players are talking it out. No one is looking at the field. Yeah, I think one play. Yeah, one player. You got a coach with the buzzer in the hand. Here it goes. I think he's gonna
Yeah,
towel.
they're checking.
This is interesting. Vibe fully knows that the clock is running. They're sitting there with the buzzer in their hand, ready to towel out, and they're not doing it.
Interesting choice.
Yeah. Now, I think Vibe might be 3-0 right now. I'm not sure.
Okay.
They might be saying to themselves, this match doesn't matter, so let the clock run out and keep our legs fresh and our lungs fresh for the playoffs tomorrow.
Potentially.
Okay. Well, dig
All
in,
right.
folks. This could be a while. There we go.
There comes
That
the
was
towel.
interesting.
How much time left?
Looks like 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes left. So they didn't even let him run that much time off.
No.
They didn't fully commit to that. Maybe some of the Vibe players would just outruled the coach and said, please, we want to play more points.
I certainly would do that.
Yeah, we got a pool back at the hotel. I'm not worried about recuperating for tomorrow. All right, another big matchup here. We got High Rollers versus Heroines, both coming in strong. I think they both might be 3-0 at this point.
They are 3-0.
Yeah. Boy, you picked the right match to commentate.
I sure did. I've been looking forward to this all weekend.
Did you really want to commentate, or do you just want the best seat in the house? Is this all like a shell game?
I get the best of both worlds, I guess.
Kind of what I thought. And you get a fan on you and cold drinks. This is, I should start charging for this. I don't know why I'm handing out the headset for free.
Luxury treatment.
Right?
10 seconds.
All right, you're going to have Heroines on your right, High Rollers on your left. High Rollers playing in their backyard here in Atlantic City.
Game on.
Looks like on the Heroines, a snake player.
Heroines managed to shoot one of the High Rollers going out to that Dorito corner.
Yep, Heroines loses their snake player off the break.
I'd say that's advantage High Rollers. I'd rather give up my Dorito player than my snake player.
Yes.
Heroines are also stuck doubled up in that back mini temple.
Yep. They do have 2 in the brick for High Rollers.
That High Rollers outside player has got to just stay on that lane. Don't let the Heroines get into that S1.
Yep.
It's probably the most important battle within a battle going on right now.
High Rollers player moving out. She's being checked. Looks like she's clean.
Yep. So High Rollers with a really good defensive position, doubled up in the brick, looking both ways. They've also got a little bit of overwatch from the snake corner. Let's see, Heroines are in that snake mini wall, desperately trying to get out to the snake. They got the mini temple, the tower up the middle, and the inside Dorito. So High Rollers with no presence out on that Dorito side, and really nobody threatening to get out there. Perhaps one of the brick players could make a lateral move, but I'm not sure it's worth it. Not that risk.
Looks like Heroines, the Dorito player, makes a move up.
I would have to say both these teams are playing it conservative.
Yes.
Oh, High Rollers loses their snake corner, but they do get into S1. Now S2.
Looks like Heroines matches in the brick.
She's going to get a check. Calls are clean. I don't think the ref thought there was a hit. I think he was just doing due diligence because he couldn't see that side of her.
Yeah. Still no one in the snake for the Heroines. I'm surprised.
Well, hopefully, probably because the brick for the High Rollers is doing such a good job shutting off that lane. Although, as I say that, the Heroines run right through that lane into the snake corner.
Yep.
Oh, might have got picked on the head. I think we got a shot in on the head on the High Roller. No?
Looks clean.
Oof. The middle field ref thought she got hit on the head. Might have been off the bunker. All right, here's the play that could happen. Heroine player in the snake corner, if she could get her gun inside on that brick make the brick player for high roller flinch. That could let her player in the mini wall make that bump into snake 1. It's going to take some recognition and coordination.
Ooh, one of the players from the brick.
Big
Dorito
move by the
side.
Heroines. That might be Jen Folk over there on the Dorito side.
Yep, I would believe that.
I have to say nice things about Jen. She'll be in the booth here in a few minutes. So that high roller brick now just desperately trying to stay alive. She's looking Dorito side.
Looks like the snake player on high roller is trying to make it to the 50.
Yeah, but she's got to be careful if that brick sees her.
Heroines now has 2 in the snake. Looks like Krista Titus is behind Daniela Rojas.
We're going to see a tactical retreat by the high roller player to the S2, maybe even the S1.
Oh, that's a good shot on the snake too.
Came up immediately again. I think the snake corner for the Heroines jumped out there to that outside snake.
Yes.
High
she
roller
did.
just didn't pick up on it.
And that's that.
So we're going to end this one with maybe about 10 and a half on the clock. That felt like a long point.
It did. It took a while for the Heroines to bump out to the snake, but once they did, they got 2 players in after they shot off a couple of the high rollers.
So we're going to see 2 of the best teams go at it right now. But you know what we're not going to see from them? Anything different. Why? Because I think they're both in the playoffs, right? And there's a good chance they're going to see each other in the playoffs.
Yeah,
This
they don't
is
want to
not-
give anything up.
Exactly. This is not the time you try a wild run or do anything interesting.
Nope.
I think we're also going to see long points. No reason to take big risks. No reason to tire your players out.
Absolutely. Smart playing.
All right, Cheetahs versus Vibe back on the field. Cheetahs with a little bit of an advantage, 1-0. Vibe clearly showing us they don't really care about the score. They're going to keep attacking. How much practice did you guys get on this field before this event?
We had a weekend. We had the weekend beforehand, and we had a practice slot on Thursday.
So if you're in Rhode Island, the rest of the team's in St. Louis, did you just come down here for practice, or did you meet somewhere?
So I practiced at my home field in Maine, and then I met them out on Thursday.
Which main field?
Birch Hill?
Birch Hill, of course.
Yeah.
John Lindstrom. Dude, you're a local. We're locals. All right, Cheetahs on your left, Vibe on your right. We have 1 Vibe player walking off, so 5-on-4 advantage. Cheetahs making the bump out to that snake corner.
Looks like they make it clean. Here comes a Vibe player as well into the snake.
Cheetahs up to that S50. Vibe player maybe crawling right into a gun if she's not careful. I believe I know another Vibe player coming off from the Dorito side. So 5 down players, which means they're going to attack. I mean, Vibe could be using, again, if Vibe is up 3, I forget where they're at. If they're up 3-0, they also could be using this as a practice session.
Looks like Vibe is back in first Dorito over there.
There you go. Good communication from the Cheetah player at the 50.
Cheetah player is going to take a step back from the snake 50, see if she can angle in on that Dorito, probably.
And she just took her gun off that Dorito side right as there was a bump from D1 to D2.
Poor timing.
Yeah, missed the opportunity. Now, if she's not careful, she's going to come right up into a gun looking at her. There you go. Vibe player picks up on the snake.
Ooh, that's going to be a check.
She's pointing to her own head. A really next level player will point at a body part that definitely wasn't hit to draw the ref's attention away from the part that was.
Looks like she's clean, though.
She is clean. As a ref, I never trusted where the player is pointed to. My ankle? My ankle? No, dude, I'm checking your goggles. Nice try. Big move up for Cheetahs into the probably the wedge on the Dorito side, the inside wedge, or is it the D2?
Ooh,
No, I'm
it looks
sorry.
like D2. Yep.
D2. Big run. Vibe player walking off from that Dorito side.
Looks like it was a cross shot from that snake.
Another Vibe player walking off the middle. Cheetahs are tightening the noose on this one. Oh. She got a nasty surprise there popping up around the snake corner. Last Vibe player stuck into that mini wall. She's going to get blown up.
And that's the game.
I think she did take the Cheetah player. Yeah, okay, so there we go.
Yeah.
We towel out. One Cheetah player left alive.
Point approved.
So 2-0 Cheetahs.
All right. Vibe didn't, they flipped the script on us. They didn't attack even when down bodies.
Oh, no.
So I guess we can't predict what they're going to do. So what do you think of this layout?
I think this layout is a lot of fun. I like the snake. I like having the option of going on the outside. Tried that a couple of times when I was playing. It was a good time. It's just, it's tough when you get all the way up there and put all that energy and effort in and then you get shot at. Then you're like, oh man, you couldn't have told me that before I did all this work.
Yeah, and the other thing I've seen is I've seen also these great crawls down the outside, get all the way there, but it takes so long to get there that sometimes by the time you're there, the game's over.
Yeah.
Either in your benefit or to your detriment, but
Yep.
it's like I did all that. So you've done this crawl?
I have,
How
yes.
exhausting is this crawl?
It's not fun, but I mean, adrenaline works magic.
Oof.
Adrenaline and some Gatorade.
I mean, it's like you're crawling with a 5-pound barbell in your hand, a butt pack. You're fully clothed. You know, you're not in shorts. You're so hot. You got a mask on. Oh, there is definitely.
Oh,
yeah.
that snake player shot off break.
I think you know what? I think Justice was served because unless the rest of her team was late, I think she false started and she
okay.
got shot anyway. So karma caught up on that one.
Looks like Heroines are going to get right up to the snake 50.
So they're up 5-3 and they're in the 50 snake.
And she actually hops the beam, gets on the inside there.
Oh, it looked at the wrong time. She chose to cross back on the beam right as the high roller player went up the middle. I think that might be Allie in the middle.
It looks like Sobe
Is it?
Glass.
Okay,
Yep.
Sobe Glass. Another high roller walking off.
5-on-3. Heroines definitely have the better positions. Heroines snake player back to snake 2.
Maybe she sensed a bunkering move coming. The other thing you can do with snake 2 is look on the outside beam
Oh,
or
there
drop
you
and
go.
crawl the
Yep.
outside. Got to keep your butt pack down.
Yeah. And it looks like the brick player, Sobe's going to get shot out.
Look at this mini temple player. She's looking right at this snake. She's expecting this crawl.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. Her coach is going to towel it out.
After all that work.
By the way, this is one of my arguments for not popping up too early in the snake, because the high roller player was kind of expecting it. You need to just finish that crawl, get into that end, and then pop up and do your thing.
Yes, agreed.
All right, well, high rollers just lost too many bodies. I mean, they just lost a few bodies early. I think they were down 2 bodies very, very quickly, and then 3, and it was just all over.
Yep.
Good work, and give credit to the Heroine. They were obviously they were the ones that did the shooting, and they were in that snake 50 super
Yes,
fast.
they got up really quick.
3 seconds.
All right, we're going to go back. Vibe's going to be on our left. They're down 0-2, which is not what you expected, considering how great they're doing this weekend.
3
That said,
seconds.
Cheetahs are a super dangerous team.
Yeah, they won the season last
Yep.
year, right?
Yep. They were, sorry, I'm going to say this bias on the air. They were my favorite team to watch last
Yeah.
year. No insult to anybody. Just because they were an attacking team.
Yes.
They seem to have a lot of players that were willing to just say, nah, I'm going to go forward.
Definitely. Looks like they're going to send a snake runner as well.
Game on.
Oh, stops at the god.
Vibe gets that mini wall near the snake. 5 alive for both teams. Cheetah's doing a better job spreading it wide, though. Vibe is still in a little bit of a pocket. So Cheetah mini wall and the Vibe mini wall, whichever one gets gun dominance, I'd like to see them make their bump. And again, you hear me say this before, get off your knees, because knees are very hard to launch from.
Oh, looks like Cheetah's got one walking off.
I think that came from the Dorito side tower.
Yeah.
Still 5 alive for Vibe. Now Vibe's into the snake. Go S2, look cross.
Cheetahs make it to snake 1.
There we go. She's thinking about the Vibe player is really thinking about moving to that 50, but she keeps pulling back. All right, good communication by Vibe. They're in the Dorito corner. They are in the mini temple near the home. Snake 2. I think that's a bounce shot attempt. See all that
Yes.
paint going into that can? That's got to be a bounce shot attempt.
Yeah, yep.
I'm a bounce shot hater. I see it work so rarely.
Still, I mean, all it takes is one ball.
True, true. I think what a bounce shot can be effective for harassing. I don't think you
Yes.
often get the kill because so much velocity is lost on the ball. The odds of it breaking on your opponent's pretty low. But
Yeah.
it can really bother somebody and force them into making a mistake.
There's something to be said about being in a really loud bunker that's moving around a lot.
All right, Vibe out in that D1. They're in this tower in the middle. They're now at the Snake 50.
They just got to be careful of that tower-looking snake way on the
Yeah, just
Cheetahs.
perched tall.
Looks like some hand signals going on.
Yeah, that's obviously she thinks that they don't know about her yet. So, oh, and a Vibe player tries to go up the middle. They knew about that.
Yep.
So as the body count drops for Vibe, this Vibe Snake player needs to be more aggressive, less passive, because there's kind of a clock running on your team as you're running out of bodies. I think that's Tejada.
Yeah, it looks like she's got both the center tower and the snake corner just waiting for her to pop out.
I think I heard the Cheetah player yell, "Kill one at least," and I'm like, yeah, you were very correct on that.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Oh, they
That-
got to check her out.
Yeah, that
doesn't
was
look
an ugly
good.
jump. She might be hurt. I think she was just being careful to keep her
Yeah.
goggles on and stay low.
Yep.
That
Looks
was
like she's walking off the field okay.
Tejada, number 23. A little bit of concern she might have gotten hurt there, but I think she was just feedling up, protecting herself.
Oh, you know what? I had no idea that there was a Cheetah player in Snake 2. Did not see that bump.
Yep. So I hear Cheetah players also calling Snake only. They are correct. There's the head of the Snake, which is not a good position to be in a down body
No.
situation.
That's really tough to hide in that bunker.
Got to get out of there. She takes one right to the goggles.
Yeah, I think that's 5.
Yeah, I believe that might be it.
Oh, they're all looking Dorito way. Maybe there's... I don't see anyone, though. Oh, yep.
We have a
Vibe player making a bump up to Dorito 2.
All right, so the game's still alive. Game is afoot. Vibe player trying to suss out where this Snake is. Snake player for Cheetah. Drop back to the S1. Are we in a one-on-one? I think we are. So if I'm the Cheetah player, I don't want to stay there. I either want to drop and crawl or drop back to something else. I don't like being in a down cross position on a one-on-one.
No, especially not with that Vibe player so high up in the Doritos.
Exactly. If you're in a one-on-one, mobility is your friend. You win gun dominance, you make a bump, you catch them unaware, come out from a different angle. Of course, you know, they may not even know they're in a one-on-one. You're also really, really afraid that there's another body coming for you.
Yeah, there were a lot of bodies coming off just now.
Vibe player bumping out to that Dorito 50. Oh! Vibe player must have gotten a little bit sloppy. She got picked
60
off.
seconds.
Look at that celebration.
Yeah, she almost knocked herself out. Cheetah.
Yeah, she's pumped up.
I think she's going to kill the clock too, and I think Vibe's probably going to let her.
Yeah.
So get it under 10 seconds. Actually, that's not even true. At this level, you guys are allowed to choose to play games underneath 10 seconds. We've seen that today already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, traditionally most formats, if there's less than 10 seconds remaining when the buzzers hit, there's not even an attempt to play the last point. But at Pro, you are allowed to choose, if both teams choose to go ahead and play that under 10-second game. So I don't mean this to take anything away from the Cheetahs, right? Congratulations, you beat Dallas Vibe. And I really mean that. I think Vibe is just like we talked about, they're trying to keep all their cards close to their chest going into the playoffs. So they didn't want to show too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's something really safe about playing the highest team in your bracket and just keeping a little bit hidden.
Well, you know, on top of which, if you're Dallas Vibe, you know that two of the other teams you might be meeting in the playoffs are sitting in the pits right next to you,
Scouting,
watching
yep.
everything you do.
Definitely.
All right, well, congrats to the Cheetahs. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, especially ending that on a one-on-one.
Yeah.
That player's gonna.
She's not paying for her own drinks tonight.
No, she is not.
That is crossing in front of you, one of my cameramen who's got a whole plan for free drinks. Apparently it involves sitting at slot machines all night tonight.
Ooh, that either works really, really well in your favor or does not work at all.
He believes he has a system. We'll see.
For slot machines, I don't believe it.
No. All right, I still hear the celebrations going on in the Cheetahs through the headphones, which means it must be pretty loud.
Yeah, as they should. They should take confidence for tomorrow.
Absolutely. All right, High Rollers 0-2. They got a bit of a hole to climb out of. We got left on the clock.
Looks like
9.5.
Yeah, 9 minutes.
I think this is a little bit slower field, and I think both these teams have a motivation to not play it fast.
Yep.
I think we got 5 alive for both teams on the break.
Although it looks like that Heroines Snake player is going to get right up into Snake 2, moving up to Snake 50.
High Rollers into the D1s. They do get a good wide spread. Heroines in the Snake being very passive, being very cautious. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Passive sounds derogatory.
Yep, I don't think the High Rollers know she's there,
No.
although they should expect her at this point.
I believe that's Blanco in there for the Heroines.
Yes, yep.
Never go wrong throwing another Blanco sister onto the field. All right, so they certainly know that she's there now.
Yes.
The paint's coming in. That's fine. Pull the guns. Let your teammates start making their moves. She jumps the beam.
Yep.
Ooh, oh, that
Ooh,
might have been a
she's
mistake.
found by someone. Tucking in real tight there.
I don't even know if she can get up and jump back over the beam without getting herself shot.
I don't think so. Meanwhile, High Rollers gets into Snake 2.
So the good news for Blanco, though, is if the High Roller tries to go bunker her, there's a very good chance she'll go right on by. We've seen this a few times this week, and if you're on the other side of that beam, bunkering attempts just kind of flow right by you.
Yeah, and she's tucking in real tight there.
Yeah, there's not much to see. She's a small frame and has become even smaller.
Yes.
Nope, I think we're going to lose our heroine player in that middle tower.
Yep. Oh, and she's limping. That
limping.
doesn't look good.
At the same time, High Rollers lose their player out on that Dorito side. And now they lose a Dorito. There's a big run-through coming.
It looks like they trade, but there are 2 Heroines players running off.
Yeah, that's a trade in favor of High Rollers. They're in the driver's seat. Blanco needs to do some magic over here in the Snake. She's going to, wow, choose to jump the beam again. That's brave.
Yeah.
She does not value her life.
We'll see if that other Snake player figures it out.
Is she going to try to wrap and see if she can catch the snake player moving? All right, so we have snake corner and the snake 2 hot for the high rollers.
Yep. For Heroines, it might be a 1-on-2.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Blanca needs 1 kill. I like what she's doing. If she recognizes it's a 1-on-2, you've got to become unpredictable. Start being in different places. No, I'm wrong. I think it might be a 3-on-1. She's getting paint in from another direction.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
have the mini temple and the snake corner, both hot for high rollers on top of the snake 2. There, I admitted it. I'm wrong. I feel better. So, Heroines are down 0-2, right? And
Rollers are down.
I'm sorry, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you're right. What I was going to say is, if I was the coach of the Heroines and I cared about the clock, I'd probably towel out in this situation. But I don't think they. Obviously, they're up, so you want to milk the clock anyways.
Yeah.
But again, their playoff situation is secured, so
Yeah, I imagine they'll let it
Just
run
let 'em-
as long as it needs.
just let them play it out.
But the Rollers got to figure out what's going on.
Blanca should drop back. I mean, she has to know she's the last player. I think she knows it's at least 2-on-1.
Yeah.
If I were her, I would try to get gun dominance with one of these, and then drop back.
Looks like she's gonna
There's your opportunity. Nope,
Yep.
she's going to bounce over
Jumps
the other
over the
side.
beam.
That's fine. If she can win gun dominance with this mini tempo in the back line, that's her chance to drop back. Also, if you're the high roll, okay, I'm going to go backwards. If you're the high rollers and you know the body count, which I'm not sure they do, you send your snake corner player to go do her.
Yep.
Because Blanca realistically can't wrap around enough to see it coming. Yeah, I see high roller players still looking over the Dorito side, so they're not confident
No.
that this is the last player. Oop, slide up. I don't know if Blanco caught that. Bunkering move
here
coming.
we go. Here we go. Yep. there
Welt's
you go.
inbound.
And it looks like the Rollers player was clean.
Yeah, and the roller players don't fully know the situation out there because
Yeah.
otherwise she would just be standing up walking.
Yeah,
into
I
the
just heard
buzzer.
her ask where's the last body, so
Yeah.
they're going to play this very cautiously.
But
Oh.
again, high roller's not really worried about. Oh, she almost pulls up the ref.
She knows it now.
Yeah.
She's going to come. With 3 minutes left.
Yeah. So they're going to be up 3-0. It's possible for the Heroines to come back. 3 points in 3 minutes. It's doable.
It looks like High Rollers will have one.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah,
1-2.
Point approved.
Are you expecting me to math out here? I can't math.
I do.
All right, so we'll have 3:22 left on the clock. Yeah, this match is very attainable for either one if they care. I think, like we talked about earlier, they're probably their biggest emphasis is don't give away any game plans right now.
Yeah.
Good chance you're seeing each other in the playoffs. What was your bracket of death? What did you guys have up against you this weekend?
We were in this bracket
Oh,
with the
yes.
High Rollers and the Heroines.
That
and
is
we
a
had,
bracket of death.
Yeah, we had Sirens and Suricatos.
Oh, you had the 5-team bracket, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
only
so.
2 of those.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's 10 teams. There's 2 5-team. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the men's semi-pro. There also there was a 5 and a 6-team bracket. All right, well, we're going to go into a little bit of a break while they're reloading, getting ready. So we're going to be 2-1. We got 1 minute to go. What do you think of what you've seen so far?
I think it's been played a little bit slower than we've been seeing when they're playing some of the weaker teams in the bracket. We talked about kind of hiding what they might be showing tomorrow in playoffs. But I think both teams both teams at least with the Heroines and the High Rollers have an ability to win this.
Mm-hmm. I thought I saw a conservative. The high rollers in that one really conservative the way they tried to close it out. I mean, they had a 3-on-1. They weren't certain about the body situation.
Yes, I
but
think that was probably they didn't want to make any stupid moves,
They
bump
were-
up too fast, and just get make a 3-on-1 into a 1-on-1.
Yeah, they weren't taking any chances. And there's still the possibility we're approaching the 60-second mark. You never know, a major can flip everything around on its head.
Yes, that's. Doesn't look like there have been too many penalties between these two teams, though. So. looks
So
like they're
what
fine.
is your analysis? I'm gonna dig into some well, not drama, just info. What do you think went right or wrong for you guys this weekend?
I think unfortunately we did get. Speaking of penalties, we got a couple of penalties that were did not put us in a good body situation. We often started with bodies down, which made it difficult to
Yeah.
clean things up. I
There's
think our
Dirty hang in there, right? If I'm not mistaken.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, we started down bodies for one of the points. Actually, no, we didn't have a dirty hang, but we had a major that caused us to start down bodies. And the other thing is just like communication. We got to be talking more on the field,
Yep.
even if it's a low body situation. So that's something where my coach told me, he was like, "Hey, even if you're the last person out there, like you better be shouting."
Holly going to the wrong end of the field. In the heat, I don't blame her.
No.
10 seconds.
All right, here we go.
Game on.
I think we're going to see a snake run here, but I
Ooh,
think she got hit in the
yep,
back.
yeah. Gonna run right out.
Oh, no, they're going to pull another body from the middle.
So
High rollers
it's-
go down to 3 bodies very quickly into the match.
And they're doubling up. She's gonna move out to the snake corner. Makes it there alive.
5 alive for Heroines. I think I see some gun maintenance going on, though, over for the Heroines in that center mini temple.
Uh-oh, yep. Move up to the brick for the Heroines.
If there's a silver lining, one of the for the rollers, there's definitely a hopper problem going on for the Heroines in that back center.
Looks like she's shooting again. Got
Yeah.
it back up.
Nah,
oh,
she's
nope.
slapping it. She's mad at it.
That's the best way to fix it.
Yeah, hitting things fixes everything. As a gun tech myself, I can tell you it's mostly hammer time. All right, Heroines up bodies. Clock is running. Again, we're seeing what we kind of expected to see, which is a little bit conservative. We got about 2 minutes left on the clock. I suspect both teams would be perfectly fine letting it run down to 0.
Yeah, that looks like the high rollers aren't really trying to push anything. Staying very defensive. Heroines get up the field into Dorito 2. Yeah, it's Heroines.
This is our drone shot, what I call our drone force 1 from Comp Sports. If I keep saying drone enough, I'll force the producer to cut back to the feed. See what power I wield in this booth. Now he's going to not show the drone shot just to show me up.
Requesting the drone.
I demand it. All right, clock is ticking. We're down to about a minute and a half. Both teams seem to be willing to sit on their guns. You might see the last 30 seconds a flurry of activity, because why not?
I imagine the Heroines might try to push it, get a little bit more point differential.
Maybe it would help if you demanded the drone shot.
I demand the drone shot. Let's see it.
Followed up with I'm the talent. They love that behind the scenes.
Seconds.
Yeah, they're not going to let it. They're not going to take any wild risks. Again, maybe in the last 30 seconds they may go for it, because what the hell? Good chance that this is going to end 2-1. Heroines up. Oh, and out of spite, they're returning the drone to the earth.
Oh, no.
They go slight bump up by high rollers. They get into that D1. We're at 22 seconds. It would take a miracle run through for either team to win this point.
Yeah, I think they're going to be very happy just sitting back.
Yep. How are you guys dealing with the heat out here this weekend? Because maybe that's what both teams are trying to avoid, is exhausting their players.
Yeah, it could be. We had some early morning games, so we weren't too affected by the heat. But Gatorade, water, and that looks like it's time.
Game stopped. No points. Game finished.
All right, well, that is going to go to time on that one. Heroines going to win it 2-1. I don't think high rollers are all that vexed over that outcome, in my opinion. Both these teams, very good chance they're going to see each other in the playoffs tomorrow. There's still a few games left to go, so we're not sure yet. For you, what are your plans for the rest of the weekend?
So I have
Boardwalk?
my team, no, not Boardwalk, but my team tomorrow is going to be doing
That's right.
D3 5-man, so I'm looking forward to
The
that.
tournament's not over.
Nope.
All right, get some rest.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being in the booth.
Of course, this is fun.
I
Great
hope
games
you
to
enjoyed
do.
Atlantic City.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe if you ever come up to Birch Hill again, let us know. We'll come over there and maybe scrimmage against you guys.
Yeah, sounds good.
All
when
right,
you do
well,
that.
thank you so much. Thank you, Danica. Any last shout-outs you want to give to teammates or sponsors?
No, that's good. Shout out to my team, though.
All right, very good. Stay with us. We're going to come back in a few minutes. Thank you so much.